Hi there, Craig here. Guys, as you know, whenever I receive a gift from somebody, I usually post a video thanking the person and talking about the gift. And I've received actually 2 gifts recently. The first one I'm going to talk about, and the other gift I'll talk about in another video. This one here I received a little while ago, and it came from somebody by the name of HomeBrewBuff. That's his YouTube name. And he gave me permission to tell you his first name, which is Curtis. We've been corresponding over email for a while, and have become quite friends. He's a professional chef, and him and I have some things to talk about there, of course, because I love to cook too. So he sent me a gift. I've got quite a bit of information here about the gift that he did send to me as well, that I'm just going to end up reading it because I can't remember. I'm not terrible at remembering things like this. So I just printed it off, and here we go. So it came in this box. So it's obviously something to do with homebrew. Now I knew it wasn't a homebrew kit because he told me what it was before he sent it. Although this looks like a really interesting homebrew kit. I would actually love to make one of these. Anyway, but something much more valuable came in this box. Of course, it has all the regular, you know, stuff, packaging, these little bubble things, which, you know, almost makes it all worthwhile, you know, these little bubble wrap things. Sit there all day. It's one of those things, you know, got issues. Anyway, so here is what he sent me, and I'll show close-ups of it in a little bit. But it's a German Beerstein. Now, I'm actually curious whether it's pronounced Stein, because Germans tend to say their S's as a sh sound at times. My wife's asleep, so she's from a German background, so she would be able to tell me. But anyway, it's a Beerstein, came from Germany, West Germany. It was made in 1960. It was actually handmade, like handcrafted through and through, with the dome lid and the authentic shape of the German Beerstein. I'll just do a hybrid Stein thing, just to be safe. And it's a beautiful piece of work. I was studying it when I received it, and I'll show some real close-ups of it for you in just a minute. And so it's just a absolutely amazing Stein. And I thank Curtis from the bottom of my heart. He sent for this. It had to come all the way across the earth, the ends of the earth. He had to get to me. And it's just amazing. And I really, it was very, very thoughtful, if nothing else, of him to send this to me. I can't thank him enough. Thanks, Kurt. So, basically, before I've already drank out of it. It's been used many times. Because it's a wonderful thing to drink out of. I do have some information about it as well, which is interesting. It came with this little this tag, which is basically an authenticity tag, and I'll show you a close-up of this. In fact, what I'll do is I'll read what it says on here. This trademark is your guarantee that this is a famous, genuine Old German Beerstein. When you drink your beer out of this stein, it remains cold and retains its freshness. It retains its freshness, flavor, and sparkle. For extra goodness, it says place in the freezer. Printed in Western Germany, copyright 1960. Okay, so that's the sort of the authenticity. And on the back, it says, this type of stein is made only in a small area in the wooded hills of the Westerwald, not far from Koblenz. Is that how you say that? Koblenz, that's right. On the Rhine in Western Germany. The special skill, craftsmanship, and experience in making these steins has been transmitted by old tradition from father to son over many generations. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting an echo from the drums here. I picked a bad spot to do this, but anyway. After the relief work has been done, each stein is colored by hand, and the colors are fired at a high temperature so they will never come off. I'm a terrible reader. But anyways, so that's the little ticket that came with it, and I've got it hanging over here on a nail because it tends to find itself to the floor often. So Kurt also sent me some information, just to read this to you here. Okay, he says the scene is of two men outside an inn, feasting and drinking with the innkeeper, bringing them refreshments. Bringing them refreshments, and it's all hand painted. The handle has some intricate design detail, as well as the pewter lid. Is that how you pronounce that? Pewter lid, which is a conical shape atop and detailed with fine scrolling. The band around the base and lip of the stein is in a lusterware finish. It's basically, lusterware is a type of finish that has copper, different things in it that give it that luster, that look, as you can see in this picture here. So it's a beautiful glass, something definitely to cherish forever. And the thing I like about it is that, well, it's kind of like talking on the phone when you're drinking out of it. It's a great glass because when you see the shape of it, it's got like a cone shape. It's thinner at the top. When you pour a beer into this, I don't know what it is about it, whether it's made out of or what it is, but it produces a wonderful creamy froth on the top of the beer. And I have some home brew here that this stuff is a lager, and I actually messed up when I brewed it. I accidentally dumped too much sugar into the batch. So I ended up with a very poor head retention. But I'm not going to waste it. I'm not going to throw it out or anything. I'm just drink it. But let's just see what happens if I pour it into this thing, how it works. Can you see that? Oh well. No, that's incredible. I've never seen that much head come off of this batch before. I hope you can. I'm sure you can sort of. Oops, I can't tip it. I'll spill it. So it's great, and in the summertime, keep out the bugs. Great for camping. No, not that I would take it camping because it would get broken, but cheers to Curtis, HomeBrewBuff. Thank you, sir. I hope to speak to you soon. We've been only writing back and forth via email. We're waiting to do a web conference, a web chat, which is going to be interesting because we share many of the same interests. So it probably won't be a very short chat. Anyways, cheers to Curtis. Thank you. Take care. Bye, guys. Oh.